You see this game ad? It looks fun, right? That's what I thought too. Like you're scrolling social, brain completely turned off, and then suddenly this ad pops up and you're like, wait a second, that actually looks fun. The gameplay looks satisfying, the idea looks simple but addictive, and the ad makes it look like something you'd play for hours. So obviously I clicked it, and when I tried it, I found another game, a complete different game, a total lie. Nothing like the ad, not even close. Different mechanics, different feel, different everything, and that honestly annoyed me way more than it should have. So as a game dev, I made a promise to myself. I'm gonna make my own version, make it better, make it not a lie, and make it as close as possible as the ad, and all of that under 5 hours. So let's get this done. So first thing first, I needed an actual level. The first hour I spent it making the ground for the level. Nothing crazy here, not the hardest thing to do of course, just basic stuff to get something done and playable on the screen. Right now it's literally just a placeholder, no fancy texture, no crazy shaders, just a simple ground so the player don't fall into the void immediately. Next, the player character. I started simple and I created the cylinder character. No model, no animation, just a cylinder, peak in the development. Then I added some very basic left and right movement just to see how it works. So time to test it. Ah, it's working, but in the wrong direction of course. Easy fix. Okay, let's try again. What the? Why is it going out of the borders? Ah, I forgot to enable the collisions. Well, that's on me, I guess. Okay, now I enabled the collision, fixed it, and now it behaves like a normal character instead of a space rocket. Much more better now. Okay, moving on. Now time to make our cylinder shoot. This part was actually pretty easy. I just made a sphere, gave it some movement, spawned it over time, and bam, there you go your bullets sir, and a lot of them. I surely hope that the performance won't tank. Surely. Now in the ad you see these walls or gates that give you more controlled units. Usually they show two types. One where you shoot it and it adds more units, and one where you cannot shoot it but you pass through it and you multiply or add your units. So with that in mind, I opted for the second one because it looks simpler and faster to make, and I was already on a time limit. So yeah, after a long session of coding, of course I finally made it work, and the result was, let's just say, thank God my PC didn't catch on fire. There were units everywhere, absolutely everywhere, but after another good session of coding, debugging, I managed to make it work properly without setting my PC on fire, and that's a win for me. In the second hour I started creating the enemy. Look at this beautiful red bean, just admire it for a second, okay? And speaking of red, hit that subscribe button. It will help me a lot really, and I will appreciate it if you do. Anyway, the enemy logic was pretty simple. I just made it spawn from a point and made it move in the direction of the player, and I put it in the level. So let's see how it goes. Why isn't it showing now? It's spawning under the level. Of course, that's exactly where I want you to be. Well, it's a simple fix. Move the spawn position, and now we've got enemies coming toward the player like they should. And honestly, I was really surprised that even with all these objects spawning, my PC didn't lag at all. That's a really good thing. Until someone else play it and it's completely broken. For the third hour, I jumped into Blender to make my cylinder look more beautiful, and I did that using balls. Look at these balls, they are beautiful. Small balls, long balls, hat balls, all the balls. Jokes aside, you'll be surprised with how much you can do with just spheres in Blender. Originally, I wanted to sculpt the model and retopologize it properly, but that's a lot of work and I wasn't about to do that for a quick project. So I kept it like this, smashed it into Mixamover animations, colored the model, and made the gun. I mean, look at that. That should be a CS skin. Ultra rare. I'd pay thousands of dollars for it. Okay, time to import this thing into Godot. And honestly, it looks so beautiful. It's really killing me. I'm crying. It's so good. For the enemy, I did basically the same process. Just changed the color and tweaked a few things. Nothing major. After importing it as well, the game finally started to have some actual shape and personality instead of just programmer art. After that, I made a simple victory and defeat menus, and I added a kill counter, wave progress, simple win and lose conditions. And those conditions are very simple. To win, you have to kill more than 50% of the wave and stay alive. To lose, you either lose all your controlled units or kill less than 50% of the enemies. I think it sounds simple. Anyone can beat it, right? With all of this, you might think that making this was all sun and flowers, but no, let me tell you what wasted most of my time. I mean, way too much time. So my dumbass tried to make some global variables, and normally you do that in a global script, but I was like, hey, let's put them in the main scene script and make that script global in itself. So I did that, and what happened, you might ask? Well, when I launch the game, the main scene becomes empty, like it becomes a global scene holding the script, and Godot create another scene with all my objects in it with another name. So if I want to reference something or an object from a scene, I'll always get a null instance. And this made me so angry. Even writing the script, I remember it, and it just made me so angry that I have wasted a lot of time on this on stream and off stream just to fix it. Just use AI, you might ask. Well, first of all, AI is shit, thank you. Second of all, I used AI for this problem and I asked ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok. Not a single one of them gave me the correct answer. They might be helpful in small tasks, but if it goes beyond that, they are clueless. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, why we have overpriced chips now. Stupid AI. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's continue. Okay, enough ranting. Next hours I spent watching tutorials on making shaders, because I had never made one before. I found this guy with great tutorials. I highly recommend him. I followed one of his effects and I used it for the enemy death explosion. It looked really awesome, like a nuclear explosion. I really loved it. And again, I can highly recommend this guy. He made great videos. Then I added some effects for the enemy and the player, and honestly it made the game feel way better instantly. I found a hilarious sound sample, but I sadly couldn't import it properly for the death sound. Still, the game looked better than ever. For the final touches, added a main menu, adjusted the level ground, added some small effects, and bam, here is the final product. To be clear, this is not fully final. And also I am done working on it because it is just a fun project, nothing more. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and if you want to join, I live stream almost every day on YouTube. So come hang out.